Hi, I'm Kristen Horton. I'm with Chateau Julien Wine Estate in Carmel Valley, California, and I'm here with our winemaker, Bill Anderson. And this September we're celebrating California Wine Month and featuring different wines that we produce each week of California Wine Month and doing virtual tastings. And we're kicking off with our private reserve wines and specifically tasting today our private reserve Surly Chardonnay 2009 vintage and our private reserve Malbec. So, can you tell me a little? Yeah, well, get started.
This is a lot of fun because now, as I understand, people are able to taste along with us.
Exactly.
So
the idea is hopefully people have these wines at home, can open the bottle, and taste with
let's let everybody
winemaker.
see what we have here. So we have the 2009 Private Reserve Chardonnay. All these wines are from Monterey County, Salinas Valley specifically. And the Chardonnay we draw from a little farther north in the valley, in northwest, and so it's closer to the ocean, meaning it's a lot cooler where we grow the grapes for the Chardonnay. The result is we have a nicely acidic acid, and I try to keep it that way so it has a nice crispness and a nice appley aroma. And this particular wine is barrel fermented, and we do the Surly effect where we stir the lees after the wine has been fermented in the barrel.
Which is a traditional French technique that we've been doing for, gosh, how many years?
It's 20 years or so. But it really is a great idea because it does add texture to the wine without having a malolactic fermentation, which is kind of important for us to mention because, as you know, the malolactic fermentation is the secondary fermentation. It's a bacteria fermentation that takes malic acid and converts it to lactic acid. Now, we do not do that because we want to keep this appley crispness that it has. Some other wineries like that style. They're big, they're fat, they're rich, but to us, it's a little bit too rich. This is a wine that will last through the dinner beautifully, and it'll keep tasting and tasting, and it won't tire out as you.
What would you serve with dinner with this?
Oh, I would love to have a barbecued halibut or sea bass, and have it over a plate of greens and papaya and mangoes. Yeah, and then there's all kinds of different delicate sauces you can do with that, but
it still has the rich palate, and it still has a little bit of that creaminess to go with the acidity, it seems, from the Surly.
Exactly, without having that tired, overdone effect. Okay. And I think the alcohol is 14.0%, enough to let you know that it has that nice mouthfeel to it, but not enough so it's hot and overbearing.
Very nice.
So people have told me that they think it's nicely balanced.
Yeah, I like the 09 vintage. We just released this too a couple months ago, so it's something new for people that enjoy our private reserve Chardonnay. Right. Okay, we'll do our typical wine toss out into the vineyard here. And
by the way, this is our Sangiovese vineyard behind us. It's our home vineyard.